12 steps to find your lost objects. Have you ever lost something and struggled to find it? Do you feel like you are losing your mental health, getting dementia, or becoming more forgetful? It might seem like it, when you lose an object and cannot find it, no matter how hard you try to locate your missing item. Maybe you lost your keys, and you feel like you are about to lose your mind. You have looked everywhere, but cannot find those keys. Everything stops, your life cannot go on, until you find them. Or you lost a pen, or your wallet, or your watch, or some other meaningful and relatively small personal item. Or you mislaid an important document, a bill, or a letter you need to post. In this video, we shall examine 12 steps you can take to find something, so that you too can become a finder, not a loser. Step 1. Don't look for it. This may sound counterintuitive, but when something is lost, and your first thought will be to look for it. Many people search frantically, even turning their home upside down, trying to find it. I know you would be eager to find that lost item, but don't look for it yet. Wait until you have some idea where to look. Do not waste time just randomly searching your home. Consider the other steps in this video first. Step 2. It's not lost, you are. So consider this: is it the item that is lost, or is it you who are lost? There are no missing objects, only unsystematic searches. That item is there somewhere, so follow more of these steps to help you find it. Step 3. Relax first. To find a lost object, you must be in the proper frame of mind. And that means you need to be relaxed enough not to panic. A person in a state of panic at losing an item will have less chance of finding it. You need to be in the right state of mind before you begin your search. First, get comfortable. Start by making yourself comfortable in an armchair or sofa. Have a cup of tea or drink of water. Stay calm. Remove any unsettling thoughts from your mind. Imagine you are sitting somewhere peaceful, like on a beach with the sea lapping at your feet. Or that you're sitting in a garden full of birds and flowers, whatever works best for you. Thirdly, you need confidence. Tell yourself you will locate that missing object. Now you're ready to begin your systematic search. Let us move to the next step. Step 4. It is where it should be. Believe it or not, things are often where they should be. Where is the missing item normally kept? On a particular rack, a shelf, or in a drawer? If so, look there first. You might actually have put the thing where it normally belongs. Or someone else may have done it for you, without you realizing. Or you did it and forgot, but did it in a way that you cannot see it, especially if you believe it is lost. Step 5. Domestic drift. Many of your belongings might have a designated place where they are usually kept. But the reality is that things are not always returned to where they should be. Instead, they are left wherever they were last used. Such objects have undergone domestic drift. They could be anywhere in your home, or out in your garden, if you have one. Or even in your car, if you have a car. So just relax, and get comfortable. Have a nice drink. Now try to remember, where were you last using the item? Where did you last have it? It could well be at that same location. Go and check the last place you used it. Step 6. You are looking right at it. So what if you checked where it should normally be, as well as where it was last used, or where it might have been casually placed? But it was not there. Or was it? It is possible to look directly at a missing item and still not see it. This is because of your agitated state of mind that often accompanies a misplacement. Go back and look again. It might be staring you in the face. Occasionally, our distress is such that not only do we overlook the thing we lost, we forget just what it is that we are looking for. You can repeat to yourself the name of the object. That might make it become obvious. And please do not forget to be more relaxed about it. You may need to return to your favorite armchair and calm down. Step 7. The camouflage effect. Of course, your item might be right where you thought it was, but it is hiding. Look under anything that could be covering your object, which was inadvertently placed on top of the item. This is the camouflage effect. Among the most common offenders are newspapers, letters, bills, bags, and clothing. Step 8. Think back. Consider this. You were there at the scene of the crime. You were there when the item was put down somewhere and lost, left in an obscure location, consigned to oblivion. You were there, you did it. You must have some memory of where this happened. A good detective will look for all the clues, and question the witnesses who were at the scene of the crime. You have to question yourself, delve into your memory, and remember where you were, when you last saw that item. You may soon realize, of course, and head straight to that forgotten place. Step 9. Look once, look well. Do not go around in ever-decreasing circles. Once a place has been checked, you do not need to go back and check again. No matter how promising a site appears to be, if the object wasn't there the first time, it won't be there the second. Assuming, of course, that your first check was thorough, and it was not camouflaged by hiding under something else. Step 10. Enter the alpha zone. The majority of lost items are right where you think, if you take a moment to stop and think. Others, however, are in the immediate vicinity of that place. They have undergone a shift in location which, although minor, has rendered them invisible. Some examples. A pencil has rolled beneath a keyboard. A tool has been shoved to the rear of a drawer. A book on a shelf has gotten lodged behind other books. A folder has been misfiled, several folders away from where it belongs. Your belongings can sometimes wander, but they cannot get far by themselves. They tend to travel no more than about half a meter, i.e. 50 centimeters, from their original location. Imagine a circle with radius of half a meter around the place where your lost item normally is located, which we shall call the alpha zone. Start by determining the alpha zone of your lost item. Then explore it, and do a more thorough search of this area. Step 11. Retrace your steps. A good detective knows that you have to get a witness to recall what happened, and then get them to retrace their steps if they cannot remember something. You have to recreate the crime to find your lost item. As you are now a detective, you need to follow your own trail. Let us look at a typical scenario. You come home from work and find a letter. Sometime later you are ready to read it, but it's missing. Where is that letter? Now start at the front door and retrace your steps since returning home. Where in your home did you go? To what specific locations? Stop at each of them and look for the letter. Maybe you find a coat thrown across a chair. You were here. Check under the coat and in its pockets. You see a dent in the sofa. You were here. In the kitchen there is a wet glass. You were here. On the table by the armchair, a dirty cup and a novel. You were here. And marking your place in the novel may well be your missing letter. Step 12. Not guilty. When all else has failed, consider the possibility that your item was not misplaced. Rather, it has been misappropriated. Perhaps someone you know has borrowed your umbrella, or eaten your chocolate bar, or taken your book into another room. Approach that person and inquire about it. Have you by any chance seen my? Is a tactful way to phrase this. You might find that after following one or more of these 12 steps, that your missing item is found. If so, great. But if it is still missing, then what? Occasionally fate chooses to separate us from one of our possessions. When that seems to be the case, it is time to call off the search. Your missing object may eventually turn up. Until then, accept that you are being offered a lesson in patience, humility, or to not be so attached to the things of this world. Lost keys, books, glasses, cables, pens, gloves, and so on, can usually be replaced. Such losses are inconvenient and annoying. Although losing something valuable can be far more frustrating, especially a gold ring, your wallet, something with sentimental value, your smartphone, or another expensive item that costs too much to replace. When you have done what you can, you might have to just relax, with a shrug of resignation, and accept the fate of your object. It is also possible that your item was accidentally thrown away, and there is now no way to retrieve it. For valuable items, I hope you have proper insurance, just in case that happens, or if they are stolen or destroyed. What will be, will be. You really want to avoid losing things again, right? So try to remember, a place for everything and everything in its place. Hopefully you will not lose anything else again, but if you do, then please review these 12 steps so you can recover that lost item. And have proper insurance for the valuable items just in case they get lost through theft or accidentally ending up being taken away by the bin men. In the meantime, listen to these inspirational quotes. When does a poor man rejoice? When he loses something and finds it again. Yiddish proverb. The quickest way to find something you've lost or misplaced is to purchase another just like it. George Bergman. There are 3 things we cry for in life. Things that are lost, things that are found, and things that are magnificent. Douglas Copeland. What is it about us human beings that we can't let go of lost things? Leslie Marmon Silko. If you are a Christian believer, you can also pray to God, to request help in finding that lost item. Dear Father in heaven, please come around. Something is lost, and it cannot be found. And consider how some things cannot get lost. To prevent pens from walking away, banks chain them to the counter. And some men carry a wallet that is chained to their belts. For the sake of your good mental health, please remember the steps to take in this video, to remember where you put things, and to stay sane even if something is irretrievably lost. You may need to improve your memory, and things like rosemary can help with this. Perhaps have some rosemary plants in your home, or use rosemary essential oil in a diffuser. Note that some of this information is based on a book called How to Find Lost Objects by Professor Solomon. That book contains a lot more information than this video. This video is not endorsed by Professor Solomon nor is connected with him in any way.